This year, AI is making entire skill sets irrelevant, and people who master AI are quickly rising to the top of the modern economy. That could be you and I. I'm gonna show you 7 AI skills with high potential you can learn today, even if you're a complete beginner. Look, I'm not gonna show you shitty prompting techniques. I'm gonna show you high-value, future-proof, in-demand skills. Let's begin. So first up is going to be AI automation. You basically take something boring, automate it using AI like a repetitive task. Now, all the AI gurus will tell you, that's it, now you're driving a Lamborghini or a new Ferrari. The reality is, of course, always very different. Now, AI automation is kind of like the new dropshipping. Everybody thinks they'll get rich from it, but like nobody actually does. They start selling AI services, offering it to companies, nobody gives a crap, and they quit almost immediately. But there are some people who succeed with AI automation, and what they do is the complete opposite of everybody else. Companies only care about 3 things. They don't care about your complex workflows or all that crap. If you could just do these 3 things, companies will gladly pay for AI automation. And that is 1, save them time, 2, increase their sales, and 3, lower their costs. Nothing surprising, right? And it suddenly becomes a very high-value skill. You basically package your automations accordingly, offering to, for example, reduce their support cost by 40% in a company that has a lot of support problems. Or you could offer to improve their customer satisfaction by 25%. That's just a random number, I have no idea, whatever. The smart AI automators basically find leaks in a business and then fix these leaks with AI and make money from it. Now, I'll give it a score of, let's say, 7.5 out of 10. It's not bad per se, it's just overhyped by gurus right now. So next up is going to be AI lead generation. And every company needs one thing. It's not a beautiful logo, it's not salespeople, it's customers' new leads. They need a consistent flow of customers or they're not selling anything and the company is going to collapse. And one of the easiest AI skills is basically sending potential customers over to these companies over here using AI. Now, it's called lead generation or lead gen. And it's basically been around for hundreds or thousands of years. It's just a new thing now with AI. Think about it like this, okay? AI can scrape the web. AI can analyze and determine who's a good fit, who's a potential customer. And AI can basically speed up this lead generation process like never before. Look, I totally get it. You're thinking, I have to spam and I have to send emails all the time. No. There are actually industries who pay extremely well for just one lead. Let's say finance, insurance, or even some recruiting for certain positions. A lead is so important and valuable to these companies because they might have somebody pay 30 years of insurance or work 10 years as the CFO for a company that you don't need a massive amount of leads, right? You just need the right quality and the right people, the right leads. The new AI tools out there can basically find these leads, these people, pre-qualify them, see if they're a good fit, see if they can rank them by, how likely they are to buy. So you're being extremely efficient with your time. Now, obviously, I am simplifying this. There are going to be some manual work here and there. But lead gen after AI is never going to be the same. And if you're early, I think it's a huge, huge opportunity. 8 out of 10. Next up is going to be starting a mini SaaS. Now, building software used to be restricted to programmers and techie people with glasses and sitting all day working on computers. You had to hire developers, risk all of your savings, and risk all of your sanity in the process as well. But today, anybody can create software using AI tools pretty much for free. But I would still say that most people skip software because they're intimidated, they think it's too complicated, they believe they have to build a huge startup or spend months doing so, get capital, all these things. That's not true. With new AI tools like Lovable, you can literally type words into a simple prompt, saying exactly what you want, and it will create an app, a website, a software, whatever you need by itself with no coding for you. I'm going to show you a few examples now on the screen to illustrate the potential, and these are all being created just with AI. Now, does it replace developers and learning to code? No, but it drastically lowers the barrier for beginners to create things like this. Now, you really have 2 options here if you want to do this as a business or make some money. You either learn this skill and you start selling it as a freelancer. That's kind of the way to go if you need to make a profit right now. Or if you can afford to play the long game, you create your own software from scratch using the AI tools, make it useful, solve a problem, It doesn't have to be complicated or a very complex giant software. If you're helping remove friction and helping people, that's what they pay for. 7 out of 10. I think software is really good, but can definitely be overwhelming, so not for everybody in the beginning. All right, next up is going to be AI market research. So there's talk about a future where we'll have chips in our brains that make us smarter. Now, whether that sounds dystopian to you or not, there's already a way to do that right now.
Okay, we are cooked.
Become drastically smarter at this moment. And that is to use AI for research. Look, I'm not going to say that humans are, they're worse than AI in every way, but humans are great at some things. AI is really good at other things. AI can basically spot patterns that humans often miss. For example, it can scan thousands of books very, very quickly and then immediately find patterns in these books. Humans just can't do that. Maybe like 1 in a billion can do that. It would just take years. And this is incredibly powerful because you can basically detect early market shifts. You can find unserved, unexplored niches, and you can predict what's going to happen in the future to some extent. And basically use AI and combine it with human thinking to beat everybody else. In pretty much anything. Like if you're starting a business, you're choosing a career and what to learn, you could even offer it as a service, market research for businesses. There's a lot of potential here. And those who make smart, data-driven decisions usually win. So I know this one is kind of still a bit voodoo, but in the future, this is going to be a massive thing, trust me. 8 out of 10. All right, so next up is going to be no-code AI agents. So we already discussed AI automation before, but this is kind of different. AI agents are an advanced form of AI automation, where they pretty much operate on their own to solve complex problems and basically help out with things you need help with. Now, the ones you probably know are customer support agents. You talk to one of these horrible bots and you scream and just scream and please can I talk to a human before you finally reach a human like 10 hours later. I really hate these customer service bots. But AI agents are very powerful because they're kind of like assistants that never sleep, never eat, and work 24/7. So they're pretty efficient. And they're very good for automating businesses in new, innovative ways. Now, they don't have to only follow predefined rules, but it can actually kind of think for themselves. And that can save you a lot of time in your job. You can automate some of your work. They can help you run a business more efficiently. And you can even sell them as a service to other companies or people too. Helping them build and then maintain AI agents, where people usually charge a fee upfront for building them and then a monthly retainer fee for consistent income for maintaining them. Now, there are many free courses on all of these things. You don't need an expensive program or degree. You can learn on YouTube, Coursera, even Microsoft's own website has some free courses and build these without writing any code. Now, next up is going to be AI for sales. Yes, AI is now becoming the sleazy car salesman trying to bring you on a test drive. And yes, there's a reason why both Microsoft and IBM, giant companies, just released their own courses on AI for sales because AI is changing the game of sales entirely. Unfortunately for us consumers, or fortunately, it's getting a lot more automated, efficient, and actually better, so you can get pitched life insurance by an AI 24/7 non-stop on all of your devices. But sales is one of the most valuable skills in this age because you're directly bringing revenue to the company, meaning that you can often, get a commission or basically live the good life if you're doing good, of course. There are many opportunities in sales. You can work remotely, be a contractor, live a flexible life. Obviously, you do work hard, but for the right person, sales can be a very good career. And if you're now able to plug in AI into these systems, that's a skill that will boost everything that you do in sales. 9 out of 10. And now we have the glorious prompt engineering. I hope you've been waiting for this. Okay, so prompt engineering is so overused, I don't want to talk about it, but I need to have a quick word about prompt engineering, specifically for businesses. So look, AI is amazing for personal use, but surprisingly, the true value of AI is not asking how to make an omelette.
Bruh.
It's for business, like starting and running a business. AI can help you with things like testing your ideas, for example. You can say, should I start this business? And AI will find and analyze a lot of the research and then basically roast it and tell you if it's a good idea or not. Now, obviously, don't trust it 100%. It should be based on real findings. It's not always correct at all. But if you prompt correctly, AI can actually walk you through the steps from zero to a real working business. Because it can understand you very well, like a coach, understand your goals, what is good for you. It can lay out the steps you kind of need to take step by step, day by day, and also what kind of business that you should run based on your personality, if you know how to prompt correctly. So there is some value in prompting. I think it's of course important, but really it's more of a side skill that can help with everything else. Now, I covered the best AI certifications right here for beginners, top rated, best courses. Give it a try. I love them. Check that out right there, and goodbye. I'll see you there.